Like a Superman curl going right in the middle of my forehead there. All right. I'm just going to get into it today. We got Last Epoch. I am currently working on the spec of my Sorcerer. And I'm enjoying this Sorcerer, but I think I'm more of a Spellblade guy at the end of the day for the time being. I'm gonna go over both builds, but because I've been doing specking it, I have had to level it, and this has led to some interesting variants on the class, and I'm not quite sure. I would probably say this one is the one I like the most. Because of that. It's very, very satisfying to just drop a nuke on a group. Just let them group up a bit, and wham, they're gone. Mostly. But we also have Lightning Blast, which is very strong. Surprisingly strong, actually. Especially against, like... It's especially strong as a single target thing. So, like, this Dryad guy, right? You can just melt him down really quick. This is something that I feel like Disintegrate was missing. And why I'm not running Disintegrate. So... I have given some thought to running Laser Focus like I did when I was leveling the character up, but Lightning Blast has felt like too good, especially coupled to oh, we gotta go up this way. Coupled to Static Orb. In fact, I would probably say like the one thing I feel like this. Okay, so in playing the Spellblade, I'm like, man, this is a very tanky boy. It's a very tanky mage. Oh, I'm like, where's the thing? Oh, it's right next to me. Take this opportunity to focus. Easy. Just flip it. So I feel like with the Sorcerer, it's not that I would say more difficult to play.
Yes.
We'll keep that one. Okay, let's see if we can fight the if I can fight this boss now. I want to get this done, and then I'll go over build and stuff. Did I say hey clobber? Because hey clobber. Ow. Ow, I can't. That's lame. That's a lame hit. Yeah, this is sort of like where I'm going to have trouble is these light mages. And getting a focus in, basically. Because of that little cluster of fuck you meteors. Basically, we had to wait for a moment like, say, right here. And we still get fuck you'd by them. No! It's the dumbest thing in the game to get caught by those. Ow. Okay. See, what's funny about this fight when I did it the first time is I did it with my Spellblade, and my Spellblade did not give a shit about this boss's mechanics. Oops. Okay, that's it. I'm like, that should be it. Let's see. Increased ring drop rate, belt drop rate, helmet. I guess we'll go ring. It's good for everyone. Oh, we got the relic. I was hoping I'd get the sword. Oh. Random drop easy. Yeah, I got some pretty cool random drops. Actually, one of them was I did clobber and stream. I did get Ignifar's thingy. It's just I don't like disintegrate on the sorcerer. Excuse me. I don't think I'm going to keep that wand. It's close to being something to keep, but I am actually, though, going to set this aside for the Spellblade, because he does actually have that sword. And it might be worth... worth going for. Alright, build time. Passive tree. Under the mage, pretty much just went for the damage, the attack / cast speed, and then the critical stuff. Scholar and Arcanist, I actually want to level these up a little bit because I want to get my mana to 200 and we're just under it. And I could get that through an item, but I do want to jack my mana up a bit. Now on the Sorcerer side, Calculated Destruction for the crit, Brainstorm for the damage and regen, Mana Shell for the defenses. I have a point on Lost Knowledge, and I think I want to level this up, because that means every time we cast our orb, we get Ward. We have Wisdom, again, for the same reason that Arcanist and Scholar exist. That little stat buff type of thing. And because this is a Lightning Sorcerer, we've maxed out Careeromancer and Riftbolt. Currently in the process of building up Crackling Precision and Arcane Obliteration. I don't know if I want to pick up Distant Spark, because we're distant. Is the Spark Nova on the enemy? Doesn't at least for you have a chance to cast Spark Nova. A spell that deals lightning damage to nearby enemies. See, that's the thing. If it's nearby, I don't know if I want to bother with it. But yeah, Recollection, Archmage, Arcane Insight, and Elixir of Knowledge are all also on my list. I might go for Spellslinger at some point. Elemental Ascendance at some point, maybe too. Like, there are a lot of like little things I could go, like Arcane Current I could go for. So yeah, there's things we can do, and this Sorcerer plays a lot better than it did when it had Disintegrate. I ended up playing this game like all weekend. Oh yeah, and skills. So, hey Pikachu-san, skills. We're running Lightning Blast, and the build setup I'm going for. We have 5 points left. I went for this ring right here down into the Chain Lightning to Convergence line, and that's why it does so much to one target, is it can just chain to itself. Yeah, I'll probably get Lightning Attunement all the way up to keep the Lightning Aegises up. And I don't know if I want to do front-loaded. I have that there kind of so I can go up to, like, maybe these. And it's just more, you know, damage. I do want to go over to the cast speed, Crackling Speed. And I'm either going to go to Arcing Power for more chains than the Crackling Speed. Or I could go through Shock Chance in the Crackling Speed. But yeah, I think going the top route would probably be a little better. Beyond that, I don't think there's anything else I really want to grab. So with our 5 points, probably going to split them up here a bit. Our other DPS skill is Static Orb. I have a +3 to Static Orb helmet, I'll point out in a sec. But for this, it's just getting the smaller orbs, and then going for, you know, damage. Well, it's a requirement. Damage to projectile speed, and then I have the Lightning Blast combo here. So after using Static Orb, next Lightning Blast from any source has 2 additional chains. But it also, for 4 seconds after using Static Orb, directly casting Lightning Blast and hitting at least one enemy will return a cost of Static Orb. So you have a little mana efficiency in there. I might take the points out of that, though, and put them elsewhere. It all depends. And then, yeah, we have the Ramp Up, which I'm going to put the next point on the Ramp Up. Might grab up Tendrils, don't know. And then I want to grab the defensive-ish abilities down here. Hey, Sino. Lurking boost viewership, totally fine with that. Yeah, so you get more Lightning Aegis chances, and then the crit multiplier for more damage, and then the when it stuns, we get ward, which, again, if we go for the, where was that? That, Arcane Current, no, wait, yeah. Increase, well, it's stun duration. I thought it had stun applied. Whatever, if we stun, we get ward, and, yeah, just go for some stun chance on that. Might get that on gear, don't know yet. Teleport. I have switched from the mirror images to a more standard stun immunity teleport. And I'm building up the ward that you gain when you teleport. We have 2 more points on it. Might tick it on the health the ward thing because it's a big percent thing, but I'm also just considering just the percent ward stuff. For focus, this is, I think, exactly what I had when I was leveling up. It's hard to remember because I had to redo this character once, and I think I tweaked focus out to do it. I think I just went across the board and redid all 5 skills, just to get them all like evened out and make sure I had my points going where I want them to go and not just kind of spreading them around. Oh, right, because I went for the health regen, and I was like, I don't really like that. I don't see a point to it. So what I did was I went and I grabbed up everything to null perfusion, so we get a big mana gain, right? Mana regain, and then we have our ward boosting here. So we get that shield going, and our last 2 points probably on the mana gain to ward gain to increase that percentage. And lastly, Flame Ward. It's the same setup I ran before with some points just tweaked. I went for the duration and mana efficiency. But yeah, we have the barrier, the extra ward for missing health. Percent ward, 2 charges. I might take 2 points and go for infusion and then lightning ward. So we have lightning, so it's on element for us. And then the last 2 points would probably just stick it on Stalwart Defense or Barrier. Could see doing either of those. For gear, we actually have some really nice pieces in here. So my helmet has +3 to Static Orb, and I crafted it out. I didn't craft it out. I haven't crafted it out yet because I haven't felt the need to. If I were going to forge this up, because it still has... Right, I think what it was, I had to get levels up to increase things. I might consider using a Glyph of Despair on maybe the cooldown to kick it into another section and then try to get something else crafted on there. But it has, what? It has 21 forging potential, too. And yeah, I'd add another Deeps thing to it. Not going to do it yet, though. For our offhand, I think... No, this still has all of its crafting potential, too. I think I added the lightning res twice. So we have this giant critical strike multiplier with the crit chance from it being a skull with elemental and lightning res. Again, might consider kicking, say, the damage over time into another thing and getting another damage ability in there. But it's not bad. And then last thing that's kind of cool is our ring. Whoops. Which again... Oh no, this I completely did forge out. It came with a ton of endurance threshold, which is fine. But I threw elemental resistance on it. I think I actually leveled up the damage. Yeah, we have a tier 5 damage, tier 6 endurance, tier 5 elemental res. Let's see. I think my belt needs to be replaced at some point. Even though it's actually not that bad. It's probably the next thing on the list to get replaced. Belt or boots. The other ring... Big ol' resistance ring for necrotic, physical poison. But we also have some crit and lightning damage in there. Gloves. Oh, yeah. Gloves I need to replace with something else. I just haven't found anything I really want to slap in there yet. Boots, belt, same deal. Wand. I actually crafted this one out. I got a coral wand that had... I think it was Coral of Lethargy Might have been Shades of Lethargy. And yeah, I just threw the crit on there and then shock chance. Don't know what I'm looking for in a main hand quite yet on this guy. And then the only notable things we have over here, we have damage reflected, we have lightning aegis, which we're building up again. And then we have spell lightning damage with more crit chance. Let me check to see if I have any boots. Boots, belt, gloves floating around. I'm sure I have belts I could craft. Yeah, I have a couple belts that are like, I could craft this up. Don't think I'm going to do it right now. Because what I'm going to do today is, I think, I am mostly going to work on... I'm mostly going to alternate the two characters. And for the stream, if I end up throwing this on YouTube as kind of a coda to the previous stuff, I want the build to be described out. But yeah, I've been doing some firming, and we've built up a character that feels pretty okay here. And like I said, I actually this is version maybe 5 of this guy, and the that initial disintegrate and ice barrage thing that was kind of just like duct taping abilities together and hoping it works. That did not last long. I jumped over to Spellblade immediately and had a lot of fun with that. And when I came back to this guy, I was like, I want to do Static Orb, because when we did that little bit on the playthrough, I was like, that felt really good. And I wanted to like have that as his main thing, and I didn't quite know if I was gonna do it. And then, like, you know, +3 the Static Orb dropped, and I was like, yeah, we're going for that. But I did briefly go back to Disintegrate with fire for a little bit, because I got Ignifar's Head, which has the line, Disintegrate deals more damage equal to your spell crit chance. And then you have the chance to ignite while channeling, and a fire aura while channeling, and it boosts the damage of your fire aura. So I was like, yeah, let's try that. And it worked actually really well. The problem is, the problem with it is the problem I mentioned. With Disintegrate that I have with that ability, which is you have to root yourself to use it for maximum effectiveness. Even if you go Disintegrate, oh right, I took the helmet off. So it was here. I think I had it there. And oh shit. Well, we need to get that last orb back. Yeah, so gotta remember I can't take that helmet off. Yeah, even with Disintegrate, the build I did was I went up to Infernal Ray, I got Extension, and then I went down to Subvention, and then I got Escalation, Amplification, and a few points in Intensify, and it worked okay. It killed stuff pretty quick. The problem is when you meet a boss, it doesn't deal as much damage, and you're rooted, which means you want to be sitting there to get your full damage from Amplification, but you're rooted, and it just wasn't working for me. So what I did was, when I respec'd into that, I had Disintegrate next to Fireball. And Fireball, I twisted up to the Dancing Fire. So we fired like just a chain gun of fireballs. And then I went down to the Volatile Flames section over here. Oh, and Seeker's Ashes. So they homed in on stuff. And you sort of get this like spiral of like these piercing chunking, because we had piercing heat too. You have these like chunking, piercing, meaty fireballs. And I had the Cinder Song wand, so we got 2 additional fireballs. So we were like we were just chunking in these fireballs, and it felt really good. So that actually worked great for like softening up bosses, because you could put the fire penetration on that. And the fireball actually had fire resistance shred in there too. So we could like shred some resistances and then turn around and beam them. That felt pretty okay. But again, have to root. Vulnerable while rooting. Doesn't feel as good. So I switched to this. And Lightning Blast actually, I feel like, outdamages something like Disintegrate, which is kind of sad. So we have Static Orb for big bursty nuke stuff. And then Lightning Blast for precision ripping stuff apart. And we just did that boss. And we had to do it kind of like a caster, of course, where we have to hit and run, hit and run, hit and run. Oh, yeah, and resistances actually turned out pretty good on this guy. We're overcapped on almost everything. So he actually feels good. And it's a fun, like... Stop getting caught on the ground. It actually feels kind of fun where we get the like the blasting. I would say the one thing about him is his mana is up down like crazy. And we actually do like really need focus to keep it up. But yeah, it's a solidly fun sorcerer build. I just wish I were a little tankier and I had the plus 200 mana. But like I said, if I were like for finishing this guy's points off, which he still has a ton of points by the way, I do want to build up Arcanist and Wisdom. And then yeah, Recollection I think might be the next thing, because even though we only have the 2 cooldowns here. Oh, and I forgot to point out my chest piece. We have the 2 cooldown abilities. Having teleport as quick as possible is incredibly handy. Yeah, my chest piece. We get extra ward when we cast Flame Ward and another charge of Flame Ward. So 3 charges of Flame Ward, and mana spent goes to ward, and 2 resistances. So our chest piece turned out to be a pretty okay, chest piece. So we got the 3 ward charges. Basically, it's like every group we can tap ward, and we're more or less fine. But again, we can't sit still with a sorcerer. We will get gibbed super quick. What I'm gonna do though, since I did just play it a little bit, actually, let's start with the sorcerer. We'll do Spellblade next. So, I guess we'll just jump to Bloodfrost Death and see how it goes. Yeah. What you experience? Ballistic skills good as support for your main skill. I would imagine. Yeah, so I want to point out something for Disintegrate. I'm going to start with the money. The Rune Master's not out. And my Spellblade has turned into a cold build, more or less, while my guy here is obviously a lightning build. So, Surge and Channeling. I'm good. So, what's going on is I don't have Disintegrate. And that's my on-brand ability, right, as a big laser. So, am I going to run it? Well, maybe. See, the thing about Disintegrate... The thing about Disintegrate is... And we are going to do... We're going to do 2 points on Wisdom to give ourselves more manas. The thing about Disintegrate is I do want to run it. I do want to run it, but I feel like we need something between us and the monsters in order to do it. And there's an interesting line on the description for the ability or for the subclass I think I'll grab that. For the subclass for Mage that's not out yet. What is it called? Rune Master. For the Rune Master, there's an interesting line in it that says something like yeah, see, we stop for a little bit and we get hit a couple times and our health starts going down. But there's a line that says you get a golem and you get, aka, like, something that says, like, arcane crafting. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I want to run there is... I'm just grabbing it all up because I do have to sell. I still feel like I have to grab things for sale. Wait, what? Fucking, come on. Beetle! Not now. You know what? Let's hide back here. We need our orb back, and then... yeah, we'll go up here. 2 points on arcing power. Grab up the speed. And I think with the Rune Master... that'll be, like... that'll solve my problem of what to do with Disintegrate. Because if it gets a thing like a... if it gets something even remotely like a golem or another tanky thing that we can throw out there, that will solve my problem of, well... we're stuck with an ability that we have to root with. So I'll be able to... I'll be able to do the ability and not feel like I'm getting gibbed by having to hold still for a couple seconds. Because it says walls and golems. And I'm like, well, that's perfect because we can throw at a wall, impede, and then... orb. We can throw at a wall, have impediments, and then, yeah, just keep... and then we can just keep the keep the beam going if we have things blocking for us. No idea what the abilities are going to be, of course. But yeah. That's cool.
Take care.
This is my Mage Uniques area. And then this is just... that's definitely Spellblade. That's any. And we're starting to run out of space again. So go for rings. Space Riches and Megacorp type of government. So you want to make... you want to make generic capitalism? I mean... that's not much of a joke. Hey, Loris. Boop, 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 boop. Doing the Sorcerer first, Loris, and then we'll do a Spellblade. Yeah. Damage ain't bad sometimes.
I cannot do that.
Been meaning to grab that Psy, but we grabbed it anyways. Want a tomb version of the Earth? Well, that's the inevitable result of the species of roach-based corporatists. It's a lot of necrotic res on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. 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 What do we get here? Drought's Release. I think I got that. Acid Flask. And crit chance with armor and mana.
Take care.
Do I want to run that, actually? What do we need? Void? Void and fire. I mean, the fire res will eventually take care of itself. Void resistance. Shame on my void res is on like 2 things. Or 2, like the doubles. Fire resistance on avoidance. Oh yeah, I did have it already. Crabs. Bye. Yeah, gotta love when you get resistance to your damage type. Okay. just barely. Ooh. Oh. Just take care of all the resistances all at once.
I cannot do that.
Guess we could take the 2 seconds to do this real quick. Second point there. Oop. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to stop. Hang on a sec. Come on, let me do it. Let's see. Let's do the Aegis. Start building with the Aegis. Scorpions. Have not seen a Shrine of the Scorpions before. I remember getting all excited over the Shrine of Bees I got that one time. No, grab that.
I cannot do that.
Whew, I'm tired today. Like, more than usual. Because I'm typically kind of tired, regardless of what's going on. But I woke up tired. Yeah, I don't care about that one. I'll keep that around. I'll definitely be keeping that around. Just take care of every resistance on one item. In fact, I'll just slap it in the Magecraft section. And that, probably just in the Mage section, even though we're kind of full up. Yeah, gotta click that experience one, and I don't like it. Spellblade's katana. I have like a pile of katanas now, by the way. One-hand axe. Streamer RNG, I guess. Oh, I have that one already. Damn it. Couldn't get around, get around to the kill shot in like one go.
Yes.
Beast King! I don't know if I got that or not. Big minion thingy. Leoth Signet. Bonus as well channeling. Whoop. I think I actually want to keep that one.
Take care.
Because we just got a copular. Copular? Copular is a perfectly corpulent word. Yeah, we just got a copper amulet. I can put that over there because we have the one already in there. Like I said, we have a shocking amount of katana in our inventory right now. More common PoE. They feel like it. Is it good for a Beastmaster Primalist? That's probably what it's designed for. It just sounds like it's for that. Like the war leader just sitting there. Yeah, it turns out Flame Ward's pretty good. The hunt is what now? What'd you say, sir? Ah! Oh, there's a reduces damage. There we go. I'm like, why is thing happening? Why is damage not? Okay. We're gonna go 5 on wisdom. Have we hit the 200? Still not there. Do 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 do. Endurance of life. Audi. Shaman shenanigans. Yep. It was actually kind of funny that there's one of those I was going through the other day, and I was like, and every time I encountered one of the big dudes, he had shamans around him, and I was like, man, these guys are tough. And I didn't realize until a little later that I might go for that. The int health regen ones, because we can equip them. Because I need gloves, like new gloves. The gloves I have aren't terrible, but I want better ones. And that would probably be for this guy, so we'll keep it in his craft section. Ooh, there's a unique. Let's go for it. Now I knew what you were talking about. God, those archers are like the worst. Ooh. Might save that for a Karate character. But yeah, like, I was like, man, these guys take a lot to bring down. And it was like, I was like, God, they just take so much to bring down. I hate it. And then I went and I killed one without his shamans near him. And I was like, oh. And I saw his shamans and I was like, oh, that's why they take a lot to bring down. Those guys are like the bane of this build's existence, though. The profanes, they're just... I have given thought, by the way, to using laser focus again. I think I said this at the top of the stream, but I am still considering maybe doing it for mana purposes. It just didn't feel good, and like this feels awesome, like where you're just like with the Lightning Blast. It's like, this is the quintessential don't be where this guy is type of fight. Mostly because of that move where he puts the rock out like that. But I knew I could get him. If that was just Spell Slingers, I'd just take it. Dragon Eye of Freezing. Okay.
Yes.
Unique. Yeah, also, I think when I was testing my Disintegrate setup, I was doing it on the Lance Shard thing, the Lance Shard monolith, and it was like everything is very resilient to fire on that. And I think that's what made that kind of a miserable go. Also, these crows, the Necromancer crows, are one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Shimmering gold ring. Wait. Nope. Weird button presses out of me. I don't want to jinx things, but my stream has actually been stable tonight. How crazy is that? How crazy is it that I see that and I'm like, man, it's crazy I'm actually stable tonight. Huh. A bow. Etherian stand. Mana. Cold and physical res. Bow physical damage. For minions. Maximum ballistae.
Yes.
There you go, Pikachu song. Ooh, I'll keep that. I'll keep that. Don't need either of those. Flip. Shame we can't trade. I don't need to reset the Echo Web. I haven't run the Sorcerer into the Shade yet. I don't really want to. Spellblade had trouble with it. Well, I say Spellblade had trouble with it, but it was like, quote-unquote, trouble with it. I always hate when when Immortalize and Imperialize, whatever, are normal enemies. Yeah, that's the ability. Scared to stop and focus. Yep. I don't like it. Try and stop and fight a machine gun. It takes four orbs to kill, by the way.
I cannot do that.
That was a lot better. It's a good thing I have the, just throw it over there, get his attention. Oh man, that was a good potion. No? By the way, my Spellblade probably just not even care about those guys. Just YOLO in and smash face. Well, it's necrotic damage and curse, so I don't necessarily care about picking that up right now. So, moving on.
Yes.
Fools.
Nice.
Fools.
Ow! Got whacked in the head with like a hammer. Ah! Let's hop up here and immediately. Ow. Just a giant ice Goliath fist coming down on my head. Do. Oh, the scraps I get myself into. I'm just gonna... That was close. I'm just gonna kite in a way I haven't been before, you know. Speed. Aegis, I guess.
Yes.
All crafting materials.
Take care.
You know what? Let's try it. Like I said, this guy gave my Spellblade a little trouble, so we'll see what happens here.
An eternity of pain, unchanging or not change. Nothing will remain.
Oh, that's different. Ow, yeah. Okay, so he jumps.
Or not change. Nothing will
Okay, so that's orbs randomly from the outside. That gets bigger. Jump. Gonna jump on me? Yep. I think. Whoop. I think the last one of these I did was maybe like the hardest fucking one. Oh shit. Either that or like sorcerers having the easier time with something. Ow. Okay. We got Siphon of Anguish. Lots of leech. Chance to apply Doom! Doom!
Yes.
Alright, did we reset anything interesting? Rare relics over there. I forget what the boss of this zone is. I just realized I don't remember what the monolith boss is. Weird ass meat grinder area.
Yes.
Papa de Fingers. What is the frickin' boss of this place? I've got haste and I intend to use it. Come on, haste. Haste again. Damn it. I wish they could all be like that. Just find a haste shrine at the gate and just blast through. That could be good, but I'm like, I don't think we'd need to pick it up. No. Not really. Nope.
Yes.
What do we get here? Chains of Ulurus. Damage. Ward gain and potion use. Necrotic resistance. Reduce duration of stuns on you and your potions grant ward instead of health. That could be good, actually. Depending on what you're running. I know exactly the items I could see using for that, but... Oh, we need one more. I'll go for... I guess I'll go for Affect Shards. Yeah, I think we actually could have gotten the third quest going had I bothered to kill things on that mission. It is entirely superfluous and unnecessary for me to sit there and just, there's a single enemy and just blast it with a lightning orb. Hey, Yukari. Do, 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 do. Ooh, cool. You might have to come into the Discord and share pictures of your cat. And share them here. Alright, now to never level up again. I'm actually just going to grab everything here so I can flip it. Is this a new guy? He is not, actually. This is that character I was playing before. But,
Yes.
I actually do have a second character in this game who is a little further along in the game than this guy. Technically. Because I ended up playing...
Take care.
Someone take the shot! I ended up playing, like... Thank you, Yukari. I ended up playing, like, way more than I intended to Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Four mana. I need 4 mana. Oh yeah, we can do all the quests now. Oh yeah, we choose an ally. Which one's my original? This is my first guy. Yeah, this is the sorcerer, the like mage. I believe I want to grab the frost one. Who I think is over here. Yeah. Talk to a sheep. Well, they're kind of goat men. I guess that is a kind of sheep person. But yeah, the difference is, like, I was trying to run, like, you know, disintegrate before. Because, you know, I like big laser beams. And I cannot lie. But it's the ability's just not working for me. Even though I got, like, a really good unique that, like, enables it really hard. So I decided to do, a different build. And it's been, no pun intended, kind of a blast.
I cannot do that.
I don't think they have, like, a release date planned. I think it's more like they'll get to it when they get to it. Like, multiplayer isn't out for another... I think they said... Didn't they say something like they're going to release the multiplayer next month? It's a who knows type of thing, though.
Yes. Take care.
But yeah, it's a fun game. I do recommend it. Yeah, I'll do the Spellblade next. Like I was doing, there are these things called the Monoliths of Fate or whatever, and they're a bit like Nephilim Rifts meets whatever PoE's endgame farm is. You sort of build up a bar at the top of the screen, and then you do these quests. Soul Cage of Souls. I don't know why it's super funny. You sort of build up this bar at the top of the screen, and then you do these like 3 quests, and then you do it all over again, type of thing. Ooh, conduits. Conduits Dragon Eye. And I was gonna basically alternate Sorcerer, Spellblade, Sorcerer, Spellblade. And I was gonna talk about my Spellblade build. Because I did a spiel for the the Sorcerer. My man, you gotta stop fighting the shit over there and help me over here. Come down 2-1. That is the question, isn't it? Okay. Oh, whoop.
I cannot do that.
Yes. Farewell.
Game is nice fire graphics. Definitely a lot of time was put into this game. Neat.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything in there. Oh, Conduit's Dragon Eye. Yeah, but we got, like... We got something in our offhand for this guy already. I'm almost certain I have a better Dragon Eye as well in my stash somewhere. But we'll set it aside. Formosus. I don't remember this boss at all. Did it once, completely forgot about it.
Your blood begin to freeze.
99% certain the reason I don't remember this fight is because my Spellblade probably just ganked him immediately.
Your body will make an exceptional servant. Your interference ends now.
Come on, do that big ability again.
These beasts obey me. The chill of death surrounds you. Can you feel your blood begin to freeze?
I like that he gives me time to do focus. Ow.
Your body will make an exceptional servant. No, I am undying. I feel.
No, I am undying. What do we got here? Increase two-hand sword drop rate, wand drop rate, or scepter drop rate. This guy, I think we want to go for wands. Yeah, I think I forgot that fight because I think the thing I do vaguely remember was my Spellblade did die to him, but that's because, you know, it was first time in and I didn't know the abilities that were going to happen. And I believe I got caught because he does that like line of the frost, and I believe I was like next to him, and I did like if he's here and I'm here, I did one of those things where I sort of stepped around him, but I didn't step around him enough, and I got caught in it. Let's see what we got here. Necrotics, 4 spell necrotic damage, freeze rate per stack of chill, minion freeze rate per stack of chill, chance to chill on hit, increase minion cold damage. That sounds very necromancery. I think we just had a witch's wand earlier. If that was a crystal sword, I'd keep it. But it's not. Got a Soulfire Bastion, a unique, and a mage crafts. Alright, let's grab these gloves and craft them up. And, oh! Those boots and craft them up. Okay, so what resistances do we need? Void and fire. Void and fire. But we could also go for something DPS-y on these, I think. Right? Is resistance it's a prefix and suffix, right? Yeah. So we'll go void res there. And I think for this guy, I want to chunk some cast speed in there. Oh, that used up all the forging potential. Well, I like him a little more than what I'm wearing. Let's see. I think we'll go for hybrid health on the front. That was on the back. Whatever. I thought I had it clicked on the front. Oh, right. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, these are not going to be good because we're not getting the rolls on the potential. But they're better than... kind of better than what we got, but not by a lot. Trading one resistance for another, but more armor. Let's see if we can't... Okay. One more int. Not the best. Not the best craft in there. Last forge thing we gotta... Or next forge thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna kick the... Attempt to kick the cooldown into its own thing. And then we are going to look for... Managed to get in my Discord. You did. There is a Yukari Tanuki in the Discord. Oh, you're online now. That's you. Out of nowhere, Yukari posts a picture of an adorable cat. Let's see. Prefixes. Mana. I think we can go for int. Increased frostbite effect might be interesting too, but I don't want to... We don't need to add level of Nova, so we'll just go for int. Oh, that took away a lot of potential. So I guess we'll tick. Yep. That's fine. This Dealy Bopper. I think I'm just going to up the lightning res. We got a damage over time boost on it. 0 forging, 0 forging. I'll let that slide for now. 0 forging. I think I'm going to let that sit for now. I think for the belt. Oh, we can't level now. Okay. I do have to go up here because we have our 3 points we lost. They were in here, here, and here. Okay. Leave game. That is... I think the cat just looks like a chunker because he's like, because cats are liquid, and he's like doing that thing where cats lay down and they get squish. All right. I am gonna use the restroom and get some water, and then I'll talk about my Spellblade. So I'll be back in a sec. He's apple-shaped when he's walking. Please tell me he's cuddly, Yukari. Oh, hang on 1 second. Good. Yeah, my friend has a cat, and that cat is an asshole. I'm gonna have to ask Chad about something. If Sino's out there, he might be able to answer this. If something was worth using or not. One drop a little water in the corner of my glasses is very distracting. Oh, look at your little tripod, kitty. Aw. My grandparents had a black lab, Tracy, who was the sweetest black lab. I mean, labs, be they golden or black labs, are just sweethearts, right? And she did a very human thing where she would smile, like full teeth smile, like just full on. If she was happy, she would be grinning. It's the weirdest ass thing. This guy has a speech bubble. Oh, that guy, right. Die! But obviously Tracy passed away. And they were like, we're never getting a dog again. We don't want a dog. And then my mom got them a dog. Another black lab named Maggie. Maggie had a beard. And when I say a beard, I mean literally dog face beard. Like, actually had, like, actually it's probably about that length, too. And she was also just nicest dog. And my grandparents would joke that she was like the reincarnation of Tracy because she did very human things. Like sit at the table like the rest of the family. Like just get in a chair facing the right way. Like she would actually be able to get in the chair and angle herself so she was like sitting with her back to the chair back. So the cutesy wootsy thing to say is, well, maybe that cat's a reincarnation of your tripod kitty. Anyways, Spellblade. On the mage base thing, we have Elementalist. Little bit more on Scholar than an Elementalist. I am gonna max, like with the Sorcerer, I'm plotting to put points in these in the long run. But yeah, we have Magic Flurry, or Mage Flurry, and Knowledge of Destruction capped out for the speed and power. Now, our Spellblade here is predominantly cold damage. He is based around the mechanic of building up charges with Firebrand and then emptying them into Shatter Strike for a guaranteed crit. So we do 3 shots and then get the auto crit with Shatter Strike. So it's 1, 2, 3, blast, 1, 2, 3, blast. And that's pretty much how the character rotates. We have enchant weapon in there for bonus damage, teleport to move around, and flame ward for protection. So the primary damage though we have is on Shatter Strike. So I went and grabbed Frozen Steel. I'm in the process. We got Prismatic Blade, Mana Reaver, Essence Duel. I am dual wielding swords, so we have Gemini. I will possibly get Riverblade, but I was in the process of building up Volka's Razor and Blade Weaver, and I don't know if I want to do Blade Weaver, actually, because it wants to get lots and lots and lots of stacks, right? And then we burn it into that. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be like sitting here and spamming this to get like 10 stacks going. But we occasionally get a lot of stacks, and then we could make that even more powerful. So yeah, I think Volka's Razor is definitely worth getting, but I don't know about Blade Weaver specifically, and that's 10 points we could free up to spread around here. Because I'm giving some thought to maybe one-pointing Flamewalker and then getting the Freezing Aura on that. I'm giving thoughts to Riverblade. I'm actually giving thoughts to where is it? That Stormblade to get those shock charges. But I'm also giving thoughts to Arcane Warden and Warden's Echo. So yeah, we have options to explore in finishing this guy off. He is 75, so we have about 25 points left. But yeah, very simple thing to put together. Go for the cold damage, and then actually, yeah, at the end here we do have Mental Fortitude, so we get the bonus int, then the ward per second, and then ward per second per 10 int. So we just generate wards sitting here doing nothing, effectively giving us that constantly replenishing pseudo HP all the time, which is really great. So yeah, otherwise, nothing super special. Yeah, I do think Mana Reaver's kind of necessary for this character. I would probably be running Mana Reaver regardless of my build, because getting the mana back is super important. The only time I would swap Mana Reaver out is if I were doing Mana Strike. But for Firebrand, I definitely want to do Mana Reaver. Yeah, he's almost got everything leveled out too. Other guy didn't, and other guy was doing okay. So yeah, let's look at Flamebrand. So I am running Galvanize. You don't got to run Galvanize. I'm only doing Galvanize because I think it looks cool. And actually, there's a weapon I want to use on this guy that has ice and lightning together. And that's a reason to run Galvanize. The big thing to get here is Illuminating Fire. Consume 3 stacks or more of Firebrand with Incineration. Guarantees a critical strike. So we build up stacks of Firebrand, right? And then we can dump them into an ability, which is what's happening here. So we get the guaranteed crit with Shatter Strike off of that. Otherwise, I'm using it as a ward generator. We get maximum stacks up. We get the ward per stack consumed or expired. So as we burn those stacks, we get ward. I don't know if I'm going to go for Hypothermia. Obviously, we only have 1 point left on it, so probably not. Yeah, I don't think we need Mana Shell because we're not using Mana Strike. Electrostatic, we're not doing static, so we don't really need to go there. I don't really know where that last point is going to go because we got the attack speed, we got the ward gain on stacks. I could maybe just tick a point in the damage there. I could maybe put armor per stack, but we burn the stack, so that's irrelevant. Get Ignite going, which would turn into Shock Chance, which, I mean, we could, but yeah, that last point's a question mark. Now, the other DPS ability, Shatter Strike. In Shatter Strike, we are kind of spread out because this is a Shatter Strike setup that is like in between 2 builds because I was testing a different build out. So we go over to Solidify, then to Frozen Shrapnel, and that adds those spiky bits. into the ability when it hits. And the other thing I was trying out was Mana Strike. And if you pretend this is Mana Strike, basically you are sitting there spamming that as much as you can. Instead of building up the auto crits with Firebrand, you're just sitting there spamming the ability, which is pretty cool. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I preferred the, So my point is going here first is I might take the point out of this and thus the 2 points out of this and redistribute them. The first ability I would definitely say for the build to go for is Whiteout, where you get the double recast on this. So you go through Lingering Chill into Breath of Cold and then into Whiteout. And again, pull these points out, we can get Breath of Cold completely maximized and get the biggest area. And then we can go up to Absolute Zero and get the big damage thing, because we don't care about spamming this ability. We just want to do the big one chunkers. And then, yeah, Cold Steel, because we have the 2 swords, we get the bonus crit multiplier per sword. I'd consider running that just period with 1 sword, just to get the big crit modifier. I think I had a +1 Shatter Strike. I think I had a +1 to Shatter Strike item, and I had the point on Cold Steel. And I think I swapped the item out. I'd have to go look. But yeah, Flame Ward, it is essentially what I was running before. Standard loadout to get the 2 charges, boosting ward and defense. I don't have the single point on Prismatic Buffer. I might go back for it because we have the 1 point left. Fire Aura into Cold Aura to be on damage. Teleport is not going to the stun immunity. Instead, I'm going to go for the global cooldown. Just so Enchant Weapon and Flame Ward and Teleport all cool down a little quicker. But we have the maxed out ward generation here because ward is cool. Enchant Weapon, we went over to its Icicle Spikes. Just to combo with the Ice Spikes. Again, this is an optional thing. We could take that out, put the points on efficacy. Yeah. I was like, I almost said the word efficiency, but that's not that word. And then, yeah, Desperation for more damage per missing mana. But I could also see going for Clarity. Because Clarity gives us attack speed with Firebrand. Now, obviously, this is level 20, so this is done as an ability. So oh, excuse me. These points over here, if I were to drop the Icicle Spikes from this ability, would go over here and here. It's 5 points, so it pretty much would go 2 and 3. But, it's fine the way it is. Yeah, that's the skills. Gearing. So the one legendary piece of gear we are currently using is a shard of the Shattered Lance. Giant boost to melee cold is its big thing. And we get Deicide, 100% chance of it. When you kill a rare or boss enemy, that just lets you move faster after you kill rare or boss enemies. Now, this is my conundrum right now. I have a Deothian's Bloody Nib, and this says +1 to Shatter Strike. You're inflicted with bleed when you hit an enemy with Shatter Strike. So if we Shatter Strike, we bleed ourselves. But we also get cold penetration on Shatter Strike too. So Shatter Strike with another crit multiplier stack and, some dex for avoidance. So my thing is, I don't know if I want to run this because of the bleed. But there is another option next to this. Exsanguinitis. Oh god, it's such a hard word. Exsanguinous. Exsanguinous says immunity to bleed at low health. And because of the way this works, 20% of our current health is lost per second, but we gain that back as ward per second. We also get increased attack speed, cast speed, movement speed if we use a potion. Now, I'm not running this combo because it scares me a little bit. It scares me a little bit just to not have that. But I am considering I could try it out right now, just running the Diothane's Bloody Nib. I think the problem is, like, my resistances aren't the best on this guy yet, because we're still working on them. We have a ton of fire and cold, but everything else is kind of middling, and then we have terrible void. Oh, yeah, I guess we could actually, because we have a ton of cold on that. I mean, we could just try it. So let's try it. Who wants to live forever? Now, this guy is further along, because he's done Reign of the Dragons, and he has these last 3 open. But we are actually going to run Reign of the Dragons, because the sword I want to get for him really only, like, the focused way to farm it is in Reign of the Dragons. So we're looking for nodes that say unique swords. You can see I've lost some in here. I don't know that I necessarily want to reset the Echo Web quite yet. There's so many reset the Echo Web things around here. Let's go cache, and then expand out. Okay, now I catch up with chat. Yukari, that's why we were saying today, because Marbles the Chonker loves the balcony like Tripod did. Yeah, so... distinct difference between the, just to point this out, the distinct difference between the two classes, right, is you can see immediately that I just can walk in and just not care. Because we just do that and everything dies. Hell, we don't even need to complete a Shatter Strike to kill a group. Yeah, those bleeds are rough. But I knew what I was getting into. Yeah, I think we need Exsanguinous in here to not suffer from the bleeds at low level. I just off-clicked the game again. I do that a lot. I should really constrain the game. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean with this combo. I should really have that option to constrain the game. I think we just... does that fail us that mission?
These items might be your best bet.
Because we left it. I'm technically playing full screen, but... here, hang on. We can just do this real quick. Lock cursor to game window. Okay. I probably should have just tried to finish the mission. But that's fine.